All right, I'll just keep it on scenery. So my suggestion on Angie cleaning services, if you're going to go into the gig economy and try them out, is let's say you have a 4-hour duration or even a 6-hour duration, and let's say it's a 4-bedroom house. See if you can get a friend or something. I'm just saying, you don't have to, but see if you can get a friend or something and say, hey, look, this is going to be a tough gig for me. Can I share, or will you share some of the load with me? You know, will you share some of the weight of this gig with me? It's going to be like 4 or 5 bedrooms. It's going to be like 6 bathrooms or something like that. Because you're going to need more than 6-hour duration, and they're not going to like that, because you're going to want to go through a certain process. You want to clean all the bathrooms, clean all the bedrooms, vacuum as much as you can, and eventually have to mop. And you could focus more on maybe like mopping and cleaning a few bathrooms while your friend helps with other stuff. Other than that, you're going to have to do something which you're going to have to increase the duration time. You'll get paid more, but they'll probably lower the rating on the stars. Either Angie will do it themselves, or the customer will, because you had to request more time, because it'll wear you down really quick. That's only going to be for the big houses, like 5,000 square feet houses and stuff. That'll wear you down if you're by yourself. Beware is all I have to say. I've had some customers, very rarely, but I've had some clean alongside of me a little bit, like in apartments and stuff, when they're trying to get out. So, there's an equestrian area. That's horses. So that's what I suggest on that. And other than that, you could maybe, I don't know, maybe you can do research before you take a gig. I couldn't really. So if it was like $100 gig, I'm assuming that was probably like a 5-bedroom, 4-bath house, 3,000 square feet or 4,000 square feet or something like that, maybe less. But you could try to do research maybe on taking certain jobs, or you can take just smaller jobs that are less amount and only do it for extra money. I did that at first, and I think I did well. So I got up to 25 houses. So I was able to clean 25 houses, and it's tough. It's backbreaking work. It's not easy at all, but it's worth it because you're parked there. And I did get towed once, which I guess I could have sent that through Angie Services to get redeemed, but I know it'll come around. But I accidentally parked under a covered parking at the Tides in Louisville, and they towed me, and it cost like $314. So also another thing, if you're doing apartments, find out about parking. Go to the they don't say that on the Angie app, but go to the leasing center and talk to them. Where can I park? Where do you guys not like people to park? Or talk to the client. This was very tricky on the one where I got towed, because it was the daughter of a father who was elderly and was having to move. So the father had already moved into like a retirement home, and she didn't tell me anything about parking. So I just kind of like temporarily parked under the covered parking just to kind of get set up. And then I guess she kind of left me there. By the way, she left me a rug doctor. So it was like something she had bought for the carpet. And she said I could have it. I put it on Facebook Market. If you go to Cole Spivey Facebook Market, or just Cole Spivey, it should be under my listing. And I'm selling that too, because I'm not going to need it right now. Now the other cleaning service, the one that starts with a C, I'm going to give it a couple more days, and then I'll talk about that one. But I'm going to try to watch all the videos and see if that changes the scheduling, because I don't have any scheduling going in on that one at all. But I don't mind cleaning houses. If you need me to clean house and you live in Fort Worth or you live in Dallas, leave a comment on my page. I'll schedule time with you. I don't mind cleaning privately. I did put a few advertisements on Angie Service under my ID last night. I think 2 or 3 of them. But I no longer work for that company. So just want to make sure you know that. But I do clean houses. So if you want me to, we'll negotiate a price depending on the square footage, and I can use Angie as kind of a template for pricing, because they've already put me through the ringer on pricing and stuff. Usually if it's an apartment, on all my cleanings personally, I do $50 and up, so I may be cheaper than Angie Services if it's an actual apartment. So if it's a 3-bedroom apartment, then it's going to go up to like $100. But if it's 2-bedroom and under, I will cut you a deal and do it for $50. A duration time 3 to 4 hours, and I can fluctuate. I can do a flexible start, so I can start whenever whenever you really need me to. Usually late morning, like 9 or 10, something like that, ballpark figure. Sometimes 11 is usually whenever I would show or I would schedule stuff for Angie. Sometimes as early as 9. I think my earliest one was 8 o'clock in the morning, because depending on where you're at, I got to get up super early. So if you leave a comment and you do live in Fort Worth, I guess it'll go to my email, and then I can exchange information with you. But you won't be able to get a hold of me through Angie Services any longer. Sorry. I only did a few advertisements for that. All right. And also, anybody that's interested in getting picked up at the airport for the JFK tours, that's for JFK Assassination Dealey Plaza tours in Dallas, we can negotiate a price on that too. And I just basically take you around to different sites based on Breck Roll's vlog on YouTube, which is about JFK. We'd go from Dealey Plaza to Texas Theater to where J.D. Tippit got shot, to different areas, maybe where Abraham Sapruta worked. I got that one from Adam the Woo. And also the jail cell where Lee Harvey Oswald, stayed the night for, I think, 3 nights before he was assassinated or killed by Jack Ruby, in the basement of that jail cell where the media was. That one we can negotiate a price depending on where you're coming from. I will provide a pickup at the airport, so I will pick you up at the airport and we'll go straight to Dealey Plaza. But I would suggest to book a hotel stay. I'm not that advanced yet, but I do know someone that works for hotel.com, so I may be able to cut you a deal on hotel stay if I can get a hold of them on YouTube. They may cut you a pretty good deal for cheaper hotel stay in Dallas. But you do have to go through, you don't have to, but that's part of it, is to see where JFK got shot and Lee Harvey Oswald and all that kind of stuff. The Dealey Plaza is kind of famous. All right, so I'll clean your house and I'll take you on a historical tour of Dealey Plaza in Dallas. I may just do Dallas tours too, just different areas of Dallas, and I can do that also on my YouTube channel. One more thing I wanted to say, Linda and I were going to go to the State Fair, but I think because the pricing changed on State Fair, we're no longer going to do that. I'm kind of looking forward to not going because of parking situations by the State Fair. But State Fair is kind of a cool place to go. They've got good fried food and stuff. But if she changes her mind and we end up going to the State Fair, we may be doing a State Fair vlog. But Linda and I do try to schedule, or at least put in our schedule, certain vlogs. We almost got to do a State Fair one. Probably we won't do haunted houses. I don't know if Linda likes going into haunted houses, but I may talk her into it, because I've thought, well, let's go to a haunted house and vlog a haunted house and just do one. There's the cutting edge one that's probably pretty cool. But the one thing that I don't like, and the one reason why I don't want to do haunted house vlogs, is because of the copyright music. It's a major headache to have to drown out the copyright music. Songs that have been played, or they're playing A.D.W.C. or something while you're standing in line, and you have to turn everything off. Now, I can try to still go through it and be clever and see if we can do it without going across copyright music, but we'll have to see. All right. You guessed it, we're in Lake Worth. They're constructing this huge bridge right here. we got another one off of Roadie. I believe it's like $9. And the pickup is within 24 miles. It'll take 36 minutes to get there. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Alright, so this Roadie started my gig, and it wants me to drive 23 miles. It'll take 35 minutes, and they're giving me like $9 and change. So I'm gonna try to tell the customer once I get there, and I've got, you know, video proof, and keep it on log, and tell them, you know, this is how far I had to go. So, you know, and this is what they're paying me, which is $9. Let's see what they think about that. You know, to see if they, you know, it maybe, I don't really ask for tips, but, you know, I went 23 miles to pick up your medicine, and it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I was headed somewhere else, though, so it doesn't really matter. I guess I'll do that. Grubhub had some far ones, but I don't know if it was 23 miles. In this case, it was, so. Gates of Fort Worth, as I say, Mark 4 Parkway. And they're all the way from Colorado. So this CVS is in Hazel. And they're all the way from Utah. Okay. Might be able to make money with Roadie, but I have a new theory. So, you go and you do a drop-off, let's say for like $9. What you probably have to do, since Roadie is so active, and it will be during the day, you probably have to set camp wherever you are. I mean, meaning, if you do a delivery and you go and you find this delivery, this one happens to be way out in Hazel, we're about to pass Lake Worth, then you take that delivery and you drop it off at the drop-off point, and then you find somewhere, I don't know, I wouldn't say Walmart, because I don't really like Walmart pickups, maybe a Home Depot, something like that that's nearby, and then you set up camp there and patiently wait. I don't know how long yet, because I haven't been doing Roadie for long, not for a very long time. But you find that Home Depot or some area to kind of camp and hang out there and wait for another one to pop up, because you're doing your own logistics and Roadie. You just have to look at this huge screen of like different offers. It comes up on a little bubble, and it's like Home Depot, CVS, Walmart, that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's hunting supply outlet places and stuff, right? So you wait there until you get one, and then you take that one where it needs to go, rather than trying to drive around and find one, which that's another method. This time it didn't really work for me, so I'm new at doing it, and it's not easy. That's probably the stuff that's been going on in Israel. That's why it's half-staffed. Horrible things going on to people right now. One race or one nation saying that they're better than another nation. Now we know the aggressors, of course, is not Israel. Israel's a pretty peaceful place, or it tries to be. It's Holy Land. And I wanted to say this since I saw the Cassie Neistat video, but I 100% think it's wrong. Any nation that's going to attack another nation as violently as they did is wrong. And I think it's wrong, the guy that attacking me for the tip jar, but not everyone's going to agree with that. But I think you should be forgiving. I think Hamas should be forgiving. They should be forgiving to Israel and to the Israelites. They're always getting beat up, and we usually always have to step forward and help. We did in World War II, and we will again. America has the most powerful military. When we step in, it's not going to feel good. And listen, it didn't feel good after 9/11, and I didn't support what Al-Qaeda did to the World Trade Center and killing all those people in one swift flying an airplane into the World Trade. And I don't agree with what Hamas is doing to Israel by, parasailing in with machine guns, stealing women, and doing horrible things to them that I don't even want to talk about. And I don't know 100% if I'm Jewish ancestry. My grandma used to say that we were Jew, Dutch, and Devil, but I'm supposed to be English and Irish and a little bit Apache. But they don't want to mess with America. They don't want to. We go in there playing Metallica, Special Ops. I mean, I hate to say this, but the kids here, they play video games all day to learn how to operate a drone. Sometimes kids here growing up, all they dream about is joining the military. And it's sad because I'm a Christian and I'm for peace. I'm for peace, But this country is a little war hungry. And they don't want to mess with that kind of beast. We're like a werewolf. And we won't be nice. I know this is the stuff. We weren't nice during the 20 or 30 year war. Not all the time. But a lot of guys got blown up by IEDs and stuff. They weren't nice either. But we don't want to bring in another Chris Kyle. We don't want to do that kind of stuff. There was one guy that sniped, I think it was 170 confirmed kills, but I think they said it was about 300. And they called him, I don't know, they had a lot of names for him. The Ghost of Ramada. We don't want to do those kinds of things. I'm not saying this is like a big warning, watch out, but they should know. And I think they got some leeway because America stepped out. And if we step back in to calm everything down, which I don't know if we will with Biden. Biden's for Israel. I don't know if Trump's going to get a chance, even though he had to do a mugshot and everything. Trump is for Israel too. But Trump would bring them in. I'm pretty sure he would, to stop everything. Surprised we haven't. I don't know if we're going to launch forces or not. I really don't know. I don't know how bad it's going to get. If it calms down, maybe we won't. But it's, If they try to pull something over here, then we will. We'll bring full forces, and it'll be a big mess. And I don't know. I really don't want to talk about it. But I saw Casey Neistat's video. I thought it was an interesting. He didn't like making those videos either. Regardless of the nation, I'm not focusing on the nation. I think Israel's cool. I think the Holy Land's cool. I was raised as a Christian, Baptist. But we did it in World War II. There was major, horrible things happening to Jewish people in the Holocaust, and we stopped it. We found a way to stop it. England helped. A bunch of other countries helped. I think Canada even helped. Well, I know they did in World War I, but in World War II, there was a lot of allies that got together to help. France helped. We had the resistance. It's basically the world that they're messing with, okay? So when a Hamas does that, it's going to be the whole world against them. And they don't want that. And that's what's going on right now. And I pray for those women that what happened to them. And I think it's the most horrible thing I've seen. I'm trying not to even watch the news. It's just disgusting. But that's, major bullying. And there's no justification. I do agree with that. I heard some things in New York, some people talking in the public saying there's no justification, there's no right reasoning for it, There's no positive say-so that they have the right to do that to another person. If you see it in the schoolyard, you're going to stop it. You see it in the world, you're going to stop it. Bullying is wrong. Okay, that's all I want to say. And that's beyond bullying. That's almost like massacring. And we definitely need to start thinking and planning. It's going to get crazy. And listen, I've been my eyes on the sky since September 11th of 2001. And I'm just waiting. And it's a sad situation. That's why I'm kind of scared of New York. Although I do like New York. And I would like to go back and see some of the sights. But it's not the most comforting place to be. And Israel is probably a nightmare to be right now. And I'll be praying for them every night. All right, let's go make our $9. Better be pretty important medicine.